Hi. Okay, so now we're diving into a new product, Ableton. And so I want you to watch the entire video for the lecture, carefully go through that, pause it, do the same steps in your version of Live, and let's work through it this week. In addition, though, I wanted to give you some guidance on the homework, okay? So I gave you a sample homework solution, okay? It's not sophisticated, it's just to get you thinking and get started. So that's the ALS, the Ableton Live set file that's included here. Sorry, pop-up. And in order to look at that, you're going to just double click on it once you've downloaded it, and you'll see a screen like this. We've got 5 different instruments, okay? They're each in a track, they're each in a different column. Within each of those, though, we have clips, and we have at least 3 clips in each of these, and that's what I want you to do for the homework. Each clip is a different musical idea using that instrument. So to look at what I've given you here, come down and just make sure both of these arrows are turned orange, okay? And that'll show you the settings for that instrument if you want to change how it sounds, and the notes that we've told it to play. This is the digital information we've given the software instrument so that it's going to play and make a sound. So if I fired this one off right here, let's stop everybody else. These little square buttons mean stop, and the play buttons are here with play. Okay. And you can change the volume here. It's going to get to the end and loop back. Okay, I'm going to stop it. And we talked about how you can grab these notes and move them around, change their length, change the length of this whole pattern if you want. Okay, so all of that is just like moving around in Word. One thing I've done is I've turned on fold here. If you don't do fold, you have the entire piano keyboard to pick from. Click on any of these squares and you'll add that note. But sometimes it can be hard to find where the notes are. So once you've typed them in, or played them in, or clicked them in with your mouse, I often use fold so that I just see the notes being played. Okay, and we can do the same thing for another instrument. Let's go over to this guy, vocal motion. Like, that sounds cool. Let's pick this clip, and there are the notes for that. Simple, just 2 notes. In fact, it's just 1 note, play twice. Let's hit it. Okay. Let's see what this next one does. We'll try that instead. Okay, a G. G and a C, they go together nicely. Let's try one more. Okay, so that's what we're doing this week. We're taking different instruments. I want you to explore 5 different instruments. Some of them are drums. Here are all the different drums. Let's turn off any crazy little sounds for special effects. Some of them are violins, pianos, crazy made-up instruments. Let's try this one. Oh, where am I? Right here. Okay, or here's... and then that fades away and in come a really crazy one. And you can control how that sounds. You can change the amount of flute effect, the amount of tremolo. We could change it by clicking one of these guys. Let's play. Let's see who has quite a few notes going on there so we can keep track, okay? And or let's try it with a different set of settings for these knobs. Or something called Night Echo. Okay, same instrument, but just we've adjusted it. So Morning Call is like. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave that. Okay, so you have a row here that gives you information about the instrument, and you can adjust it. You have a row here that tells you the exact notes. And remember, if I turned fold off, I could find these same notes, but I've got to locate where in the entire keyboard they are located. So I'm going to just fold that. So we've talked about tracks, clips, and the instrument notes and the instrument itself. The last thing I want to touch on is this idea of a scene, a row of information. So if I play this, if I clip over here, it's playing 2 tracks at the same time. That kick drum with the piano. If I went to the next scene, the piano stops because now I'm playing the vocal motion along with this little pizzicato, little pluck, pluck, pluck on the violin. If I want the violin louder, right, I can move that up. So when you send in your live set, I'll be able to go down here and play each combination that you've put together. Or I could just go in myself and say, you know what, I liked what she did here, but I'd really like to join it with this third idea in this column and the last idea in this column. And I've made a musical piece that you didn't send me, you just sent me the tools for making it. Okay? So it's a lot. We'll work together and we'll get this all turned into something that's fun, simple, and gives you a lot of outlet for creativity. All right? I'll see you on the boards.